What makes a person? Is it the life that we live? Is it the things that we do? Is it the people we meet and the way we affect them? Is it the challenges we face and the demons we battle? Is it how we struggle against the opposition that is always in our way? One of the most interesting answers comes from the French philosopher Louis Althusser and his idea of interpolation and hailing. Althusser was most notable for his work, Ideology and Ideological State Apparatuses. Here he discusses the difference between the repressive state apparatus, which physically affects the population, and the ideological state apparatus, which mentally influences the population. It is inside the ideological state apparatus that interpolation can be applied, because in this framework, Althusser introduces the concept of interpolation, otherwise known as hailing. Ideologies call out or hail people and offer a particular identity which they accept as natural or obvious. When I ask what makes a person, I am hailing you to think of a person, and depending on what ISA affects you the most, what you think could be different. However, regardless of what you think of, you'll think of someone with eyes, hair, lips, maybe a face shape similar to yours. But what about mental illness? Mental illness probably doesn't come to mind when you are hailed to think of a person. And when you're hailed to think of mental disabilities, it can often be hurtful and malicious images. This is true even though mental disabilities affect a large number of peoples and people with a vast number of disorders. The disorder that pertains to me is autism. Autism has many symptoms, including lack of social skills, strict routines, hyperactivity, and stimming. One of the more unique side effects, stimming, the one I will be focusing on, because it is the most prevalent image of autism besides that of the savant in Rain Man. Stimming behavior is described as stereotyped and repetitive motor mannerisms and listed as one of the symptoms of autism spectrum disorder. Stimming can take many different forms, most common of which include twitching or repetitive mannerisms. And although a symptom of autism, stimming is still experienced by a multitude of disorders across the neurodiversity community, or NDC. Recognition and acceptance of stimming has mostly grown over social media such as Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. Indeed, this ISA and increased exposure of the NDC influenced the interpolation of many disorders. In general, this is a good thing for those people who would never be exposed to neurodiverse peoples. However, it does come with consequences. The positives are clear. This growing community creates a recognition of the NDC and communication amongst those who are part of it. However, the negatives are stifling, those being that it attracts unwanted and hurtful autism trenders and fake self-diagnosers who are seeking attention. How does all of this affect the interpolation of autism? Social apparatuses often hail the population to think of those with autism and other mental disorders to be helpless and mindless. However, regardless of any social apparatus, the reality is that people who suffer from neurodiversity are still able to think and comprehend. This is me, regardless of what people think or what institutions might have people believe. There's something different about me. This doesn't mean I should be put in a different classroom and hidden from my peers, nor does it mean I should think less of myself and constantly have to hide who I really am. I may act different, I may even think different, but this doesn't change the fact that I have the ability to think, and that I'm not incapable of understanding what's around me. And as I've gotten older and matured, I have become less ashamed of who I am and more determined to be viewed as equal. Because I'll be damned if I let the way other people see me change who I am. Because I am a person.